Hello everyone, my name is Hassan and I'm going to be doing a little quick video on submitting your receipts for the summer funding, or rather the items that you bought in the summer semester with your summer funding. So some clarification before we get started: the deadline to submit for items that you bought in the summer semester and events that you hosted in the summer semester is September 10th. So everything that you bought up until the end of August, you have to submit receipts for that on September 10th. However, your funding can be used, your summer funding that you got can be used in the fall semester. So at the end of December, you have to basically, that's it. That's how late you can use the summer funding. Everything you haven't used, you have to return. But to submit receipts for that, the deadline to do that is January 10th. You have to submit receipts both times, unless you've spent all your money in the summer and there's no more money left, or you've returned all your money that you haven't spent in the summer. That you don't have to submit the fall one, but you'd have to submit the summer one, even if you haven't spent any money in the summer. We just need to know that you're aware of this, that the fact that you have to submit stuff, so you can submit a blank document or whatever like that. We'll get started on that. So let me share my screen. So here we are on the CVO website. So the first thing I'm going to do is navigate to where to submit receipts. It's a little bit of an adventure we're going to go on, but I'm going to try to make it more available on the Clubs Portal main page in the future. So let's go to the English Clubs Portal. If you haven't logged in yet, log in. You're going to do your club profile, your funding profile, and then it is here. This is all your funding stuff. Submit receipts and stuff for fall and winter will be here, but this is for the summer. So here we go. Scroll down to submitting receipts and attendees list. I'm only going to be talking about receipts today. The attendees list, you just have to submit an Excel file with all the attendees that attended your event for the or the events that you got funding for. Should be fairly simple, and we'll communicate that in the email. So first thing you need to do is you need to download your club funding application that you submitted. And the way you're going to do that is by clicking on this link there and then going to these are all the files that were submitted, or all the clubs that were approved. If you named your file, your club name should be fairly easy to find. If you didn't, you're going to have to do some digging. But for me, I did. So Campus Vibes, so I'm going to download. It's going to download as a zip folder. So let's download that. I have it already downloaded it, so I'm going to delete those ones and then save it. Okay. Save. Why is it doing that? There we go. Saved it. And then to open up a zip file on a PC or like a Windows computer, you just click Show in Folder on your downloads. It opens up like that. Go to Compressed Folder Tools, Extract All. This guy shows up. You extract, and voila, there it is. If you're on a Mac, I imagine the process is similar. I don't know, but you can Google how to open zip folders on Macs. So I'm going to open up my Excel here. There it is. When you open it for the first time, there will be an edit disclaimer. You have to click Edit Content, Enable Content, stuff like that. Just enable everything. So this is the application I had submitted in the summer, or that I would have submitted in the summer if we were a club looking for money. But what I'm essentially going to do is edit this part right here. So for enter manually for final cost, receipt number, and receipt comments right there. But first I need to make all my make my document with all the receipts. Before I do that, just some disclaimers. For stuff that I haven't spent money on in the summer, I'm just going to leave blank. I'm not going to touch it. I might leave a comment like haven't spent yet, but in the receipt number and final cost, it's going to be blank. So for COVID supplies, I'm going to do that. If the event has already happened and I didn't buy COVID supplies, or I got them for free, and I don't intend on buying any more, I put $0. Did not, or I guess we could say got for free, like that. So that's what we're gonna do for stuff that you didn't spend money on. Okay, so for the stuff I did spend money on, let's say for these two things, I'm going to open up a Word document. I've got one right here, and we're gonna upload all our receipts to this. So I'm gonna first title it. So Campus Vibes Summer Receipts. Just make it a little bigger in size. There we go. Then I'm going to start inserting my receipts. So the first receipt I want to insert is the club's conference catering. So I'm going to go back to my Word document, insert, picture, this device, and then navigate to my folder where I have my receipt saved. There it is, Reef Catering. This picture is a little blurry, but I can still make out the numbers, so it's not horrible. I wish it was less blurry, but that is what we're going to work with at the moment. I'm going to name it receipt number 1. Come on, number 1. And then catering for club's conference. And there we go. Then I'm going to go back to my Excel and make that. Oh, so the final cost wasn't, so I had estimated $2,000. It was $1,445.50. So I'm going to add that 1,445.50. There we go. Receipt number 1. Comments. The food was delicious. Oh, delicious. Okay. Now for the club's conference giveaways. I don't really have any club's conference giveaways receipts, but I do have one for the SLA, which we're going to use for the example. So when I go back to my receipts folder here, I'll go back to receipts video, receipts. I have this teddy bear that we bought for the club's conference. Oh, sorry, for the SLA. I've taken out all the sensitive information. You don't necessarily have to do that, but you can if you want. And I can't attach a PDF, so I need to screenshot this. There's many different ways to screenshot on your computer. There's a print screen straight on your keyboard. You could download a application that does it. I know on Windows, if I hold down Windows Shift S, it will just let me select what I want to screenshot. There we go. So it's Windows Shift S if you're on a Windows computer. If you're not, if you're on a Mac, do that. I'm sure everyone usually knows how to screenshot, so it shouldn't be a huge issue. And then I'm going to go back to my Word document and just Control V to paste. There it is. I'm going to make it just a little smaller so it fits on one page. And then make that receipt number 2. Well, it was the SLA giveaway. We're going to call it the giveaway for the club's conference. There it is. I'll go back to my Excel file. But then the total cost ended up being $154.99. $154.99. Receipt number 2. There it is. Teddy bear was big. Okay, so now a few things. If I had multiple receipts for the giveaways, because let's say I bought a bunch of teddy bears, what I would do is let's say I had a different receipt, I would paste that receipt there, and I would just name it receipt number 3, and then giveaway for club's conference again. And what I would do, let's say, so it'd be double the price, so I'm just gonna put an equation there. I don't want to do the math myself. And then it's gonna be 2 and 3. There we go. Or I could even put an ampersand instead of a comma if there's only like that, 2 and 3. If I had 2, for example. Now a few things you'll notice is there's a total spent amount and total returning amount that are changing as you edit this column. This is the amount of money you've already spent from the amount you were approved. So we were approved for $2,600. We spent at $1,755.48. Now we will be returning $844. That being said, let's say I still plan to buy COVID supplies. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Let's say my intention is to still buy that. So I'm not gonna return any of the money yet. I'm just gonna hang on to it. I'm gonna spend it in the fall, submit receipts in the fall, and then return the money. However, if in our previous scenario, I don't intend on buying COVID supplies because we already got them for free. Got it for free. Then I can just return $844 back to CVO and UOSU, and I'll be done with summer funding. So let's say that's the way I'm going. So I'm done with that. I'm gonna save this. File, save. It will save already as a macro-enabled workbook because I never changed anything. But if you do need to save as a macro, you go to Save As, and you change that to a macro-enabled workbook. Yeah, why not already exists. Okay, so there's that. Now I go back to the club's portal over here, and there's a submit receipts button right there. So open up submit receipts, and it's going to open up a Google form. Now, I know that not everyone has access to a Google form at the moment, or will have access to a Google form. We're not going to be using Google form for this in the future. We'll be using forms that everyone has access to. So, but for now, I know everyone that submitted summer funding has access to Google Forms, so that is what we're using at the moment, just because it's really easy. Select English, and the usual stuff that you're probably all very familiar with filling out at this point. Okay, campus vibes. Okay, attach file. Let's go to receipts. Oh, right. I have to show you what I'm attaching. So this is the Excel file that I just filled out with all the receipts. I'm going to attach it. Select files from computer. Submit receipts. So, it was here. There it is. upload. So the way you're gonna submit receipts in the fall, we're gonna upload this file that you submitted back into this folder here, so you'll have access to it. So that'll be good. Submit your receipts PDF. Let me add that. Oh, I have to turn the Word document to PDF. So let's go back here, File, Save As. First, I'm gonna save it. CVO. Let's just browse. There it is. So I'm gonna first save it. Again, having your name in the title is gonna save a lot of time in the future for both us and for you. I'm gonna save it as a PDF as well in the same folder. I think I actually might have saved it in the receipts folder, but that's okay. There it is. Go back here, open this up. Yeah, I did. So if I go to receipts, so I don't want it, there it is. But you know, you guys know how saving files works, I'm sure, as esteemed university students. Can you verify the information is correct? I sure can. And then submit. And once the form submits in a million years, we'll be done. Okay, so we're done. And you'll be contacted by one of our execs to that the audit is done and stuff like that, and that all is well. So if you have any questions, let me know, or message us back in the email, and we'll happy to help you out. In the meantime, hope you all had a great summer.